Hello friends, and well, I am so super excited. I was standing around. No, wait. Let me tell the truth now. While I was editing the previous episode, I left Minecraft open to see how well this iron farm is working. And to be honest, it's working really well. Just have a look at all this iron. It's amazing. Even though it is a little bit loud, it's amazing. But anyway, as I was editing, I heard a wandering trader and immediately stopped editing, jumped back into the game, and just look at what this guy had to sell. Ice and pale oak saplings. This was awesome because I was thinking of going to look for a pale oak forest because I really wanted to try out the wood blocks from the pale oak trees, and now I don't have to because this wandering trader that just magically appeared had what I needed. Anyway, let's get into today's episode. So today we need to sort of transform this area behind me. Yes, it's time to get the other crop farms in, and we have space for potatoes, beetroot, and then over here we're gonna do a little bit of wheat farming. Now, the beetroot and potato farms are going to be pretty similar than the carrot farm over here. Exactly the same sort of setup with two villagers passing the crops to one another. But with wheat, we are going to have to put a rail system to collect the wheat. And we will only have one villager in this farm. But before we get to that, let me go and check how the carrot stocks is doing. And maybe trade with, is it Tamara a little bit? To see if we can get her upgraded because I am tired of eating baked potatoes. I have the need for golden carrots. And I don't think we've got enough carrots to upgrade Tamara to golden carrot status yet, but we need to make some progress. Hello, Tamara. So Tamara is up to journeyman at the moment, so we have a little bit of way to go to get her up to the maximum level. But while I've been busy AFKing there at the iron farm, the carrots has been collecting pretty nicely. So let's see how far we can get. Now I believe carrots is not going to add too much to the experience of Tamara, but just look at that. Let's see the new trades. Tamara now has suspicious stew, but we need to go and do a little bit more carrots. And I believe she might not be able to take all these carrots, obviously. But that's good progress. Maybe if we buy a few cookies, we can. Because I've got. Okay, let's do the cookie thing and see how far we can get. And that's all the emeralds I've got. Now, what are we going to do with these cookies? I don't know. Does the villagers eat cookies to breed? Let's see if they will accept the cookies if I just drop them off. Anybody? Anybody for a chocolate chip cookie? Anybody? Nobody. So I guess then these cookies are going to have to go into a composter. Oh, black cat. Don't have a lot of fish, so the cat can just roam around for now. Let's see if tomorrow has reset her trades so that we can trade carrots again. Almost there, and that should be enough. Glistening melon slices and golden carrots. That is great news. Let's get as many as we can, and then we can get rid of these baked potatoes. Now, before we get started with the farms, I want to maybe plant these pale oak saplings, because I'm really interested. I've never used this wood before. And how long has the pale oak forest been in the game? I can't remember. Can you? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, let me plant these saplings, and then we will get going with the farms. So this is what I call positive progress. The minecart is in, as you can see. I didn't have a lot of gold to make powered rails, but the Minecraft is moving, and that's what counts. I think in the one hand, the slower movement of the minecart will just help it to collect the wheat more efficiently. I'm hearing a zombie somewhere. Now I think there's a cave somewhere here below us with lava, because I keep hearing skeletons and lava popping sounds. But that's not a concern right now. For now we need to finish the farm, so let me get that up and going. Yeah. So that just happened. I guess I went a little overboard and just finished the 3 farms all in one go. The first one I took on was the wheat farm. The build palette I feel is interesting. It needs a little bit of decoration still, but yeah, I keep using the excuse that still being early game, there's not much in my inventory or in my storage to use as decoration, so I'm going to have to get to deal with that at some point. Now, this farm, if we have a look at the collection, is not really doing that well, and I don't know why. Maybe it's the fact that the minecarts are moving too slowly, and the villager gets the opportunity to collect the wheat before the minecart does. Well, we are going to have to give it some time and see if it improves. Now, on the other hand, let's have a look at the potato farm. Now, the potato farm I am really impressed with. These guys have been working and working really hard. Now, the collection system, I used a simple water drop, so when the villager, the farmer, comes and try to pass the crops onto this, other farmer, it drops into the water system down here and it gets transported to a storage system right here. And just have a look at all these potatoes we've gathered so far. Amazing stuff. Now we will talk about these collection systems in a moment, because I've got an idea of what I want to do, and I think the water streams are going to be the best way to achieve that. Now right over on this side we've got a bright orangey beetroot farm. Now this is the last one I built, so not a lot has been collected yet. As you can see, there's some spots that the farmer still hasn't planted beetroot. Now I only found 2 beetroot seeds over yonder at the village that you found on the first episode, and I think the 2 beetroot seeds has been, well, to say the least, it's been accumulating pretty well. But now, is that beetroot? No. Why is this guy planting wheat? That's not gonna work. That's beetroot. This is wheat. Wheat. Why? What? Nia, I didn't say you should plant wheat. You're supposed to plant beetroot. Only beetroot. That's beetroot. Well, we are just going to have to keep an eye on this farm to make sure we populate it with beetroot. Collection system in this one is the same as the potatoes. And why do they have a baby? Interesting, I guess. Now, I don't understand. Huh? Oh. That's not cool. So maybe we need to change these out. I don't understand how this is possible. Anyway, we'll sort it out. This is also this collection system down here. And as you can see, we've got some beetroot already. Then on another note, you remember I got those saplings from the wandering trader. They haven't been growing, and I kind of realized my mistake. Pearl oak saplings needs to be planted in 4s. So for me to grow these pale oak saplings, I might just have to find a pale oak forest. And I really didn't want to have to go looking for one. Okay, so next up we need to start figuring out the storage situation for the crops. Now the circle is where we will do it, and I think for now we need to determine how high this tower will need to be, and to do that I need to place some chests and see, I don't know how many double chests would I need. So I want this tower, this storage tower, to be quite high, but now also not ridiculously so. I mean, we don't need millions and millions of crops, but I also do not want to fill them up too quickly. Now, given these farms aren't too fast, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. But let's see, if I place a few chests, and maybe we can determine what we are going to do here. and figure out how it all is going to work. Guys, just check what this... No, don't kill yourself! No! Just look what this guy has for us. Pale oak saplings. I'm going to take as many as he'll give me, which is 8. At 5 emeralds a pop. It's a little bit expensive, but I'll take it. Thank you very much, Ruben. Thank you very much. Let's go and plant some of these babies so that we can finally get some pale oak trees growing. And I wonder if we can just get 2 sets going. That's awesome. And then I'm pretty much finished with the water pipes going up. That's going to transport our items up to the collection system. So not very complicated now. I guess I am going to need some soul sand to get the items transported up where we want them, because I can't think of any other way unless we can use some ice, but my ice situation is also very, very limited. But maybe I can try it out at least, and we can always improve it later on. I think that's the mission. Okay, so here is the plan. I've installed a little bit of a waterway behind me, as you can see. Let me go down here and show you. So right here I've got a little area for the goods to drop into. I did change the farming area up here a little bit, but I'll go and show you just now. So in this little water stream, the goodies can just flow down here over the ice onto this little water column up there. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any soul sand yet, so this is going to be a really, really slow water stream. But let's just go and test it quickly. So if we check, this chest is empty, and we can just go and dump some carrots. This should be good enough. There you go, carrots fall into the water. And let's see. There you go, there you go. You can see the carrots going up. Really slowly, but they are going up. And up. So once we go to the nether, I'll get some soul sand to put at the bottom there so that we could make a bubble column or a bubble vator or a bubble elevator or whatever we're going to call it. But if we just wait patiently, the carrots eventually get into this barrel. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 double chests, 4 hoppers, 5 hoppers maybe, and a barrel. I think that's enough space to last us quite a bit of time. Now, I'll just drop all these carrots for this little villager to deal with, because I do want to see, we've dropped a few carrots, but I want to make sure that the villagers are doing their job. So we've got 35 carrots in here for now. So let's see if the villagers are going to pass the carrots around and fill up this storage system. And then I can just cover this up for now. I don't think we need to come back down here anytime soon. And that's perfect. Now we just need to do this same thing for the beetroot, the potatoes, and the wheat. Now thinking about the beetroot and the wheat, we are going to have to put some sort of sorting system in, because the wheat is obviously going to drop wheat seeds, and the occasional bone meal. I did take all the bone meal from this chest to grow the sea leaves, kelp, yeah, to grow the kelp to fill up that water column. So I guess the next thing I need to do is get all the other farms to deposit their goods into this little system. And then we might need to find a way to make this look a little bit better. I mean, I don't want to just have these ugly pipes out here in the open. We're gonna have to make a build, and I think up top we'll have a little platform where we can access the storage system from the top, and then maybe just have a little flat area where we can look out over our base. Okay, well everyone, that is done, and I have to say I'm kind of not too happy about this build. It works, it's functional, but saying that it works doesn't mean it works very well. Now we do have some carrots in here, but I do find that sometimes these guys don't go and try to pass the carrots to the rest of the people in the house, or to that one little villager. So as you can see through the window here, I've tried a few different configurations, but I think the problem might be that, I don't know, maybe the villager thinks they can fall down the hole, and I think eventually the better way would be to reinstall a hopper there with a little dropper below it. So, but anyway, I don't have the resources for that right now, and this build, like I say, not very efficient. The whole farming system, actually, it's not very efficient. The potato guys are the most efficient. Now I can't see any difference between the way that this is set up and the way that the others are set up, but that's alright, we're gonna have to deal with it. One other thing, we used to have 2 villagers in here. I took one out because, well, having 2 villagers in the same farm, the 2 farmers are just going to keep passing the crops to one another, and none of the crops will go into the system. Anyway, that's all I've got time for today, and I really do hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you do, please remember to leave a like and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date. I promise, I really promise, the series is going to start picking up speed soon. I just need to work on my resources and my tools and on everything. I must stop procrastinating and just get a few of the Minecraft basics sorted out. But that is a mission for the next episode, I think. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I will see you next time.